Hi, I am making up a video to show you guys what I expect from you um, to look over this end of the year pre-assessment. I want you guys to self-evaluate. I know some of you have started already, but this will be a good way for me to help everyone to understand what I expect. First of all, you should have all taken this end of year pre-assessment. If you didn't finish it yet, then you need to do that as soon as you're done watching this video. Part 1 and Part 2, remember, were no calculators. Then there was Part 3, Part 4, 5, 6, oops, sorry about that, and 7. So there were 7 parts to it. If you didn't finish it all, when you're done watching the video, I want you to go back and finish them first. Take your time, do the best you can. The purpose is to make sure we can fill in the blanks here before the end of the year when you have to take your final, and next year when you have to go to high school. Okay? So that's the thing you should have already done. This is the paper that you will get today. And again, a couple of you have already gotten it. That's okay. But just let me explain again what I want you to do. Some of you that started it need a little bit more work. It says what I need to do to get ready for the end of the year post-assessment. So post means after. So after we're done going over this, you're going to take another test just like it. And hopefully you're going to get a better score. And better score will give you more points. So make sure that you read and follow the directions. On each part, the first thing you're going to do is grade it, and you're going to give yourself a score. Okay? Most of the answer keys are on Schoology, and I'll show you that in a minute. Be honest. If you got them all right, great. If you got them all wrong, that's okay too. That just means we have more work to do. If you got 3 wrong, say that you got 3 wrong. If I find that you just erase your answers and so that you would have less work to do, you won't get any points. Okay, so please be honest with yourself. You guys are going to be in 9th grade next year, and your teachers are going to expect that you can work on your own, at your own pace, follow directions, and try to learn from your mistakes. Alright, so let me go to the second page because I've already kind of started it for you. So part 2 says self-grade using the answer key on Schoology. So that means we need to be on Schoology. Let me go to my courses. Alright, so on Schoology you'll see where it says 8th grade end of the year pre-assessment. I'm going to click on that, and I am on part 2. That's the one that I'm grading right now, and there's the answer key. So the first thing that I'm going to do is click on the answer key, and I apologize, part 2 is sideways. I didn't get a chance to fix that yet, but I think you can deal. Notice there's no work, there's only my answer key. So just double check your answers. If they're right, awesome. If they're not, then you've got some work to do. So let me go back here to part 2 again. And let's say that I got question A wrong. So I'm going to click on part A. And I need to click on this again. And a YouTube video is going to come up. I think they're each only like a minute. So I made them for each question so that you don't have to watch
Okay, so to
every
solve this
single
problem,
one.
you just
Oh,
have
look,
to
there's
remember the order of operations.
Alright, I'm not going to make you watch all that now. But so I solved each problem separately on a separate video so that if you only got one wrong, you don't need to go through the whole video. So please make sure that you watch them. They're not that long. And then once I'm done watching the videos and once I have checked them, I'm going to go back here. So it says now for each one that you got wrong, click on the link to hear and see Mrs. Pierce work it out. Alright, we just did that. Take note of where you made your mistake or what you forgot, and for each one. So if you only got one wrong, you're only going to write about one. If you got all 4 wrong, you're going to tell me for each of them what you did wrong. And you might need more work, or more room, sorry. So if you need more room, get another piece of paper. So you will get 2 points for every one of these pages that you turn in neatly and completely. So I need to know that you've spent some time thinking about this. If you just write down, I added wrong, I'm not going to give you credit. If you just write down, I got the wrong answer, I messed up, I forgot what to do, I'm not going to give you credit. Here's an example of what I want to see. I added 32 and 8 instead of doing the division first. I have to remember the order of operations. So there you go. I said what I did wrong, what I need to remember. Always multiply and divide before I add and subtract, and it would help if I circle my terms also like Mrs. Pierce did in her video. That would be great. That would be perfect. Okay, so I want to know what did you do wrong and how are you going to fix it next time. All right, let's see if I can. And then it says for each problem that you had wrong, make up 2 problems that look similar. So if you got all 4 questions wrong, you're going to have 8 problems. If you got 3 questions wrong, you're going to have 6 problems to do. Obviously I typed it and you don't need to type it. It was just easier for me. But I want you to make up a question. Just follow, kind of copy the kinds of questions that you got wrong. And then I need you to show an adult. So show me, show Miss Lineball, or if there's a substitute in, show the substitute and see if they agree that it looks similar. So here's 2 problems like A. And I'm going to show it with somebody. They're going to initial them. So sign right here. And then I want to see your work. So once you show them to somebody, you're going to work them both out and then check them again. Okay? So you can grade these using a calculator, but be careful. Sometimes you guys don't put them right in a calculator, so get somebody else to just double check them for you. Okay? If you do all of that and write your new score just for the problems that are here, that will give you 2 points. Again, you need to use another piece of paper if you need to. Okay? And go through. Some of them are a little bit different, so make sure that you follow the directions on each one, like here. Okay, so follow the directions. You should not be able to get the whole thing done in one day. In fact, it'll probably take you 3 days if you're going to do it right and learn something from it. So the goal is that when you take this post-assessment, you're going to understand what you're doing. And hopefully it'll help you to see what you need to do when you're in 9th grade next year. Alrighty, hopefully you don't have any questions. Go get to work.